Hello, Identify gamers! The battle for COA has finally ended. Top 8 has been decided, and we are now on Phase 4. On the little symbol in the top left, I guess like where it's normally up here or whatever, it is gone now, but we can still find it here. I turn my music on, and then when we enter here, we are greeted with Violetta going crazy, just like what we saw in the actual trailer. So now we're here on Phase 4, and the music is very somber, but these are the results. This is the results of the NAEU qualifiers. We have MHX in first. I believe this is Amethyst in second, Fortissimo in third, RM in fourth, Omni in fifth, KO1 in sixth, Rivals in seventh, and then ELV in eighth. So yeah, congratulations to all these players. I mean, they fought so gosh darn hard. They fought incredibly hard to get all up here. I guess I'm just gonna quickly take a look at all the players here, just because, you know, they got top 8. And unfortunately, there were some teams that fought really, really hard and were just not able to get top 8. For example, Zeus's team GSL, they fought really, really hard this year, and they were just unfortunately not able to make it. I think they ended up being like 12th or something. So they were just a few places short, dude. Just a few places short. I didn't skip Omni, right? Okay, I don't think I did. I lost track of teams. I was too busy yapping. But yeah, congratulations to everybody who made top 8. It's not easy, dude. That is no easy task. I mean, we tried to make top 50, and we couldn't even do that. So getting top 8, bro, that's a real challenge. But now, I believe when we exit out of this here, we should have the final phase here, announcement phase. This is when this is just the phase that it basically only applies to like the top level players. But we should, here we go, have some more lore here. Now I'm really excited about this one because this was the biggest mystery in terms of the trailer. Let's see here, the Oblivion Expanse. That's pretty scary compared to all the other names here. So let's read through this here. And now we find ourselves in this new place. The overgrown structures and wild flora have disappeared, leaving behind a stark landscape. I am convinced we are approaching our destination. I guess they must have had a mountainous view from this area. Look at that. Huh. This location resembles an expansive volcanic plateau, flattened, compressed, and stretched indefinitely in every direction. Strange clouds of smoke obscure the sky, and occasionally we catch sight of vague, perfectly circular gateways where we routinely carve marks for future reference. The guide seems unable to provide us with accurate direction here, and without a clear sense of time or orientation, we can only hope we are progressing in at least one discernible direction. Yet, when the Colossus, led us back to the same spot for the third time, the signs we had carved ourselves were particularly unsettling. Okay, what does that mean? Despite this, our explorations yielded a surprising bounty, including a few items so distorted they were hard to identify. They rested quietly on the flattened ground, seemingly capable of inducing a degree of reversal in surface erosion. Yet their effects were not lasting, and while they were precisely what I had sought, it was clear that I needed more. My companions also eagerly collected what they needed, as if this place were a paradise paved with gold. We continue our journey through this desolate gray expanse, where provisions are non-existent, and hunger and thirst are just two of the many challenges we face. Almost every member of my party is now experiencing varying degrees of dizziness, accompanied by violent bouts of coughing and nausea, which has intensified our, small note here, it was all worth it in the end, scary, our dehydration. Hours later, while examining the vomit of the guard, I discovered wooden fragments, prompting me to question whether this force had changed its strategy. I had initially assumed that any transformation would occur from the surface inward, yet our surface structures have not shown further signs of decay. It's possible that our bodies are too weakened, or perhaps this place is continuously subjecting us to some form of psychological manipulation. My perception seems to be slowly yielding to strange anomalies, and I'm beginning to hear whispers that appear to come from within my own mind. Gradually, we no longer feel lost, and thus no longer require the guide. As the landscape has begun to change significantly. The ground is now composed of thick, intertwining tubular structures that resemble veins or enormous worms. Remarkably, these veins all stretch in one direction. This place turns my stomach. Yeah, I mean, this music is turning my stomach. It's creepy. Could this be some form of insidious lure? I cannot say for certain, and resist delving too deeply into such thoughts, as any chosen direction, whether forward or back, will ultimately lead to an end. The primary difference between these options is that moving forward allows us to cling to a glimmer of hope, a belief that perhaps our destination may prove worthy of our struggles. Finally, we discovered that the tubular structures converge at a vast dark abyss. Its shape resembles a withered circle, and the rock walls that descend into its depths are marked by irregular vertical striations, unsettlingly reminiscent of a creature's skin. Ugh. This cannot be a natural occurrence. What might dwell in the chasm's depths? The team halted at this point, as he grasped the items we attempted to extract from the ... Good lord, what in the world is this? Let's see. Wait, what did he say? Attempted to extract the items from the area. My consciousness began to waver, and I recognized the need for rest. Regarding the shadows in the fog, in this ashen landscape, peculiar entities repeatedly make their presence known, yet I struggle to discern their forms and cannot describe them with precision. This difficulty is not solely due to the limited visibility caused by the fog. Rather, I believe these entities lack tangible forms, or exist only partially in this dimension. They can be faintly seen, resembling dark, fragmented shards that often blend into the expansive gray mist. These entities seem to harbor an intense enmity directed solely at me. As my mind wanders, I notice the fog thickening, and narrow shadows begin to emerge within it. They encircle me with an unsettling inevitability. Clearly, I am the prey they seek. Oddly enough, the circular stone rings in this area seem to provide me with an inexplicable form of protection. How strange. I wonder if it has something to do with that amulet, dude. I really wonder. Now, what's the personal journal going to be all about here? Let's see. Oh, well, there's the amulet. One might notice that the artifacts scattered across this land seem to speak directly to our deepest desires, laid out like breadcrumbs to entice weary souls further into the depths of the unknown. Since awakening in this wasteland, or perhaps even long before, I have witnessed countless miracles. It could be argued that this unforeseen force has shown its contempt for humanity from the very beginning. Regardless of how skeptical its prey may be, it inevitably succumbs, like a ravenous rat, to the most obvious traps. I cannot deny this observation, yet within me persists a flicker of desperate hope. All of us, except for the Colossus and the guide, have begun to show clear signs of affliction. Should I feel relief at seeing her unchanged state? Should I not rejoice that this child escapes our suffering? Could she be a hollow construct, an elaborate lure? Or does she carry within her a fragment of that girl I once knew, stirring to life in another form? Okay, so he knows that the little girl is potentially just a bait. Interesting, which is kind of what it looked like in the trailer, honestly. Do I still have a chance to resist the inevitable? The pendant against my chest has become increasingly restless, yet for the first time, I sense some force holding it at bay. While the others rested, I discreetly explored the vast chasm. I threw the artifact I had been carrying into the void, as it held no further value for me, but from every angle, I heard not a single sound of impact. He threw it away? He threw it down the chasm? What the heck? And then there was no end. He threw it down, but no sound of impact, so does that mean the hole is bottomless? Dang, dude. I attempted to lower several light sources into the depths of the cave using a rope. At a certain depth, the light vanished abruptly, and when I pulled the rope back up, I found its end had been cleanly severed, despite feeling no resistance as it descended. Sheesh! Now that is scary. They were simply gone, as if they had never existed at all. As I gazed into the abyss, a primal dread enveloped me, yet a voice within whispered that the answer I seek might not be so simple. Might this disappearance not signify an end, but rather reflect something once familiar to me? And furthermore, if we reach our absolute limit, I find my thoughts drifting back to the story of Sisyphus, once I have read and retold countless times in the dim confines of that laboratory. Oh, he remembers! My body and soul insist that no one could withstand the temptation to abandon that boulder and escape the endless cycle of failure and despair. Yet, during certain moments of my past, this tale, and the one who told it, sustain me through the darkest times, offering the promise of solace amid relentless toil. Wow, okay. So, I think that's it. I think that's all we got. That's, interesting. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the last of the lore, because after this, Violetta attacks and everybody dies. Sheesh. I mean, this is really, look, you can see like the little aeroplanist head thing. You can see the doll being dropped. This is literally right when Violetta's attacking, dude. Dang, that is scary. That is very scary. Yep, and of course there we can see the advancing teams once again. And it's kind of crazy. Whenever you go to like the other menus, the same theme plays. Dang, dude. That is scary. Wait, this is a different wall. I feel like this is different now. I think it used to take you to like a little lake, right? Now it takes you to these little spooky spiders. I see, I see. What about when you go here? Same theme. I'm just kind of trying to see if anything else has changed. Looks to be all the same. That's scary, dude. That is quite scary. Of course, when you go here to the Wasteland encampment, I'm pretty sure it changes. Yeah, it'll stay the same, but yeah. And I guess if you go here, it obviously goes to there. So yeah, I guess that's the final phase. I just wanted to quickly read through the lore with you all. Thought it'd be like a nice little thing to do. There's still gonna be one more little bonus episode with all the Wasteland encampments coming out in the future. And then if there's any other phases, I'll be sure to cover that as well. But for now, I believe this is the final phase. So yeah, that is going to be it for today. I guess I will see you all later, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.